Now in this section, we are going to learn Python's sort list, and we will be sorting our list by using a method called sort. So using this method, you can do sort and it will be automatically in the form of ascending and it will be alphabetically sorted. So if you have many stuff in your list, like we have a bunch of fruits names in our list, and when we apply the sort method to it, it totally sorting whole list, and whenever we call the list out of anywhere, it is now what is it doing? It is now easily printing all of this stuff in a manner which is alphabetically sorted. So it is going to match all of the first element of each item in our list, and based on that it will sort the stuff alphabetically. However, we only have one small function which is doing the entire stuff. It is cool and it is great way to have a list which is alphabetically and uh, also sort it without doing any kind of any operations. So we currently have in alphabetically orders, but we can do reverse. Reverse means uh, uh, reverse means if you want to need the stuff in a reverse way. So if I put reverse, then the ascending will become descending. So the last words will become in first means the uh, fruits which has last or ending words will come first, and the fruits which is the starting letters in our alphabets, it will be in the end of our list. So if we make this apple, then it will be the last object, last item in our list, because it will match the stuff, and when it find out that it is starting with A, so A will be the last object when we put true. And defaultly, if we remove this, it will automatically make it ascending alphabetically. So it will be starting with the A letter, then B, then if there is any C letter, so if not, then it will go towards another letter which come after that. If it's present, then it will go on and again until the last item. So what if we sort the number? So in text, in the list of items where we have text, it sort what it does. We have a list and it's basically containing a lots of items in it. But when put a list to be sorted, what it does is sort the stuff in a manner. So if I run this, then you will find out that the stuff which is the smallest values comes first, and it goes on until we match the biggest value. So what it tells us about that, if you have smallest value, then it will come first, then after that the bigger value comes, then bigger than bigger, and in the last we will be having the biggest value. So if I put here uh, 2, then this will be the last value. Exactly as we have used before, we can use the reverse stuff, but here is now it will be put the stuff will in descending order, means the biggest values will be coming first and the smallest value comes after the each value. So you can see that it's starting with the biggest value, then the smaller than then it goes on until it matches the smallest element in the list. So we basically have used the descending order and we have discussed how it's work. Now we can move forward and we can also have did this to see how it's work. So now it's time to have a customized function. It's It's a difficult one, so I don't focusing on this, because in coming up function cycle I will try to tell you how these work. For now, it becomes more complicated for you if you don't know how function works. But now we can focus on another stuff which called case insensitive. What it means: by default, the sort method is case insensitive, so resulting in all capital letters being sorted before lowercase letter. So if we have some element in capitalized form, in some are in smaller form, when we run it, what it does, it will be following the first elements. Then if all the first element are in the ascending order, then it's continued towards the smallest elements. So if we make it also capitalized, then it will follow the capitalized form. So the banana and cherry will come in first, and the other stuff will follow. So what it means, it means that our list sort will sort the capitalized words first, then it will goes for the small letter if any items contain any small letter, and it will now compare the stuff, and when it found any arrangement, or it's the starting letter, so it will arrange in that way. So this is how it's work. You can use that, and let's see how, if we have any logic for that. Yeah, basically we have a logic here. So luckily we can use built-in function as function when sort a list. So if you want a case insensitive sort function, use str.lower as the key function. What it does, the perform a case insensitive sort of the list. So if we have a list, and when we put this str.low, what it means, that it will make all of the items uh, lower case, and it will sort in that way. It will be helpful for you, because uh, while it's sorting, it will make everything lowercase, and it will defaultly not going to change the values. Instead, it is just making it lowercase. Now it's time to learn Python copy list. How did this work? So let's dive into it and learn about how we can copy a list. You cannot copy a list simply by typing list2 is equal to list1, because list2 will only be the reference to list1, and change made in list1 will automatically also be made in list2. So whatsoever we have done before, we are creating two variables, and if we had something like a variable a, and if we have something like, if we have variable a and we contain 12, and if give it b, which value is a, and what does it mean? So if you change the value of a, the value of b automatically changes. So if you have this, and if we give a is equal to 33 and print b again, so you will see that first it will print 12, then B will print again 12. So I think it's not working very well. Okay, so in just list, we have to use a copy method instead of doing like this. In list, the data will be updated automatically. Here it is not updating the data, I think, but if we do use list, then it will not work. So it will work like something like this. So if you have data and you print the B, and if you update the data and run b again, then the values will be changes. So it should not give an error because it can be run. So okay, so we doesn't have declared the if, that's why it's showing an error. So we have to give it again. So if we don't give this, it means we doesn't have a b variable. So how it can print the stuff? So let's dive into it and learn how to use the copy method. You can use the built-in list copy to copy a list. So we had a code here, and if we want to understand what is going on, let's see it. So we have a list. Okay, so the list contains a lots of three values, and we have this is another list which name is this list, and the second list is my list. So our second list will be the copy of our this list. So what it does, if you print the my list, now this list contain all of the data which is copied from list this list. So let's run it, and if you try to append any value into it, does it work, or does all the values will be merging? So let's try out it. So my list dot append, we have learned this, and mango, if I add it to it, and if I run it again to see what is the output, also I want to see does it change the this list anything. So let's see how is it working. So you can see that our first list, which is this my list, this list which contains three values, and now our my list, a new list, contain all of the copies data from the this list. And when we print my list, it will contain all of the data, as you can see that. But when we insert any stuff in our my list, now our my list is another list which is working differently, and it can contain different data. So you can see that we have append mango to the my list, and when we print both, you can see that it's only added to my list and it doesn't add it to this list, which shows that it's only contain the copied value and it is not dynamically changing with the this list. It's duplicating the whole values to it and giving all of the value to it like this. If we have something like this, it's just exactly this, and it's not referring as we have the variables uh, in which we, if we update one thing, it will automatically update the second thing. And here it is not happening, that kind of stuff. So hopefully you understand what I am trying to deliver to you. So use the list method. Another way to make a copy is to use the built-in list method. What it does, make a copy of list with list method. Uh, it will also do the same as we have done before. So if you remove this copy stuff and put here list, it will also create a list of this list in my list, and it will work as same as we have used the copy method. So use the slice operator. You can also make a copy of a list by using the slash operator. So it is more easy for us. We have learned three different variants of it, and if I remove this is the second variant we have, and we have another variant of making the copy of list is putting the colon, and it will do the same. If you run this, it will have the same output. So this is the three ways to copy a list to another new list. So hopefully you understand how it works, and let's do the exercise. What is the correct syntax for making a copy of a list? So the best way is to put this, because there are no any another options which contain the any of these three. It's only contain this one, so we have to click on that, and it is right, and we know that.